Welcome to the show. Okay,
Hit it one more time. Hit it, our new house band. Hit it again.
Just making sure that we're on Twitch as well.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That's
I love that.
our weekly check to see if we're on Twitch. Sometimes it doesn't work.
And we are on Twitch.
And just in case somebody is watching us on Twitch, I want to make sure they can see us.
Very true. Agreed. I love that. This is my favorite part of our program is we check the Twitch stream and we get to see what we did 2 seconds ago, repeated 18 times.
Yeah. If you look way down there, you can see Mike adjusting his hair.
Exactly. That's what I did just a few seconds ago. Because I have to look camera ready for this here, YouTube and Facebook Live and Twitch. We're on all three major networks. Good to be back,
baby. Yeah, it is. Thanks for joining us as always. And we got plenty of things to happen today. God bless. Now, see, now the buttons aren't working.
Oh, no. There we go. Now you get to see
that's not okay. Yeah, now you get to see all of our stats.
Look at that. Our metronome.
You know what?
This is awesome.
No,
I love it.
Not.
We got a lot to get to today. We got the hurricane names for 2026 later on in the program.
Oh my
and if you recall, last year we went through the 2025 names and we said whether we thought it'd be a major hurricane or not. And I think we had a pretty good percentage because we didn't get a major hurricane down here in Florida.
No.
So I think we did pretty good. And so I look forward to hearing the names and to judge whether they're going to be a catastrophe or not.
Thank you for filling.
Not a problem. It's what I do. It's called vamping in the biz. All right, let's
begin.
get to it.
Let's begin with what the hell is Trump talking about? There was a moment that we were supposed to be on last week, and we thought, gosh, we would love to talk about this, but we missed it. We still want to give it its due, and I think just a different perspective than what you've seen. Okay, so the setup is he was hosting the Prime Minister of Japan and the Japanese press corps, and one of the people in the press said to him, "Why didn't you let your allies, like England, like Australia, like Japan, know that you were going to attack Iran?" The president said this.
When we go in, we went in very hard, and we didn't tell anybody about it because we wanted surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Okay? Why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay? Right?
Oh. The audible groan from everyone in the room is my favorite part, but also the Prime Minister. Yeah. And you sent me a text when we were talking about this.
I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting back to us right now, so excuse me for just a second. What is happening?
Oh, that's okay.
Jesus.
We missed 1 week. We don't know what we're doing. Yeah. But you said, I love the text you sent of the Japanese Prime Minister is not a great poker player.
Yeah, if I ever get the chance to play Japanese poker, I don't know what that is. But if I ever have that opportunity, I want to play against her because she would fail. Watch her face while the president is just saying his yappity.
Hey, why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay? Right?
What is he? What?
That's so uncomfortable.
It is. First of all, you weren't president during Pearl Harbor. Well, and we've kind of moved past that. That's been years in the past, Johnny.
Before the ridiculous analogy doesn't work because he was saying we wanted to surprise attack our enemy, Iran. The question was, why wouldn't you let your allies know? Now, if I remember correctly, Japan at that time was our enemy and wanted to surprise attack us. And so it wouldn't make sense. So even within the logic of his own stupidity, there's got to be something, right? I mean, even if you're going to say something stupid, there's got to be like a world, a universe you live in.
Right. It would have. That's true. Yeah, because they were. Why? Yeah, they wouldn't have said anything. They are our enemy. You wouldn't tell you wouldn't tell your enemy that. Oh God.
That's the issue I have.
Well, there's also the audible groan, and I would make a comment about bombing, but that he already made it worse.
Well, yeah, I mean, but even he knows. I mean, watch his face and his sort of like, say, okay, all right, I guess we'll move on.
Hey, why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay? Right? You know.
It's like watching that guy.
Right? Anybody? This guy over here, he gets it.
This guy gets it. Hey, where's Hank Seth?
Thanks for being here tonight. All right. Anyway,
where
were we?
How about that airplane food, huh? How about those toilet interviews I do on Airport One, huh?
Right.
How about those? God bless.
Yeah, she just goes, yes, there is no hiding. There is no diplomacy there when he lands that pathetic joke. And
just bad.
Yeah.
Like,
okay, why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay? Right? You know.
What's the time?
Yeah. Can we move on to the next question, please?
I've got a red eye to catch Tokyo tonight, so goodbye.
I don't need to be here for any of your open mic night practice there, Mr. Trump. God.
Then yesterday he was in Tennessee
Memphis,
for some reason, and while he was there, decides he's going to do a little sightseeing and go see Elvis's home. And so we've got a montage here of the various moments that from his little tour of Elvis. And I think the thing that just amazes me here is that he could not be less interested in being in Elvis Presley's house. I mean, he is so disinterested. He's like, you know, when you go to somebody's house and they just want to like show you their, I don't know, their beer can collection or something stupid, and you're trying to be polite and go,
right. Oh, interesting.
So watch the president here and how many times he just goes, all right.
But it wasn't about him.
Right.
We have some wonderful people outside. We have some of the biggest politicians in America outside. And when they heard about Elvis, they said, we'll do that. So how's the house doing? Good?
It's wonderful. It really is. It's, you know, if he didn't get a badge.
Yeah.
Can we back up?
Sure, why not? We got
Can we
time.
back up for a second? Have you ever gone into someone's home and asked them, so, how's the house doing?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if they just moved in, but Graceland's been there for a while, hasn't it?
You know, he's a real estate guy, though. He just wants to make sure, hey, is everything all right?
Okay.
Neighborhood okay? Anything I need to know? You got this up on Zillow yet?
He run against them to get the badge. So he has a collection of...
You would have been tough to beat.
Now he's asking, so now Trump is imagining a universe where Elvis Presley runs for office.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he has a collection of...
You would have been tough to beat.
Yes, we have a collection of over 200 badges in our collection.
Is Elvis beatable? What do you think? CNN would say no.
Have you been here before, Mr. President?
Well, you're getting a lot of publicity today with all of these. You have all the fake news media here. Look at this. I mean, you ever see so much? Do you get treated? Tell me. Does Elvis get treated better than me? Because with me, it's fake news. With Elvis, it was a little fake news too, I think.
I think in the UK, we're about the same as you.
The chandelier above the stairs was actually taken apart here in the hallway to be reassembled because it was too large to fit through any of the doors.
Oh.
Yep. And one of the records I pulled for you to see today is Elvis's copy of Frank Sinatra's My Way.
Oh, good. Well, that's a good one.
It is.
Yeah, Frank was another one.
Yep.
It's a piece of work.
Yeah, Elvis, and whenever he talked about Memphis, it was always home. And that's what this represents.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yep.
Is that Bondi?
This is actually
is that Bondi behind him?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Pam Bondi was there with him. But I just that just those reactions of well, that's very nice. Mm-hmm.
Well, and no offense, I don't know how they're doing tourism wise, but does Graceland need the rub of him going, boy, you're going to get a lot of publicity here today. Look at all these people that I bring in, and then is Elvis beatable?
Right.
Or was he treated worse than? Get the hell out of here, you weirdo!
So now he comes in and he wants to. He gets invited to sign a guitar.
doesn't even know what a guitar is.
This is actually a replica of a guitar that Elvis used in his 1973 Aloha from Hawaii concert. And I was wanting to know if you would sign it for us.
Oh,
to keep
sure.
for the archives.
Wow.
So
that's-
you
Oh,
can
it's
sit
about
here if
me?
you'd like.
Yeah, no, I'm interested.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, this will be for the archives.
Sure.
There you go.
Has anyone tested this pen yet?
I think you're the first.
Should we just
Right
give
there.
me a piece of paper just to make sure what
have the
level
paper.
the ink is,
Yes,
right? It's a lot easier to do that way than ruin the guitar.
exactly.
You never know. These are hard to sign. But that came out pretty good.
Is that the first guitar you signed?
Just about. Now, Biden couldn't do that. He'd have to send it out to be signed. Look at that.
Okay. First of all, are guitars notoriously known to be hard to sign?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I don't run in those circles.
No, neither do I.
But I don't know if they're hard to sign. Also, he's making the auto pen joke with the Biden thing.
Here's my theory. He bombed so bad in front of the Japanese prime minister that he's like, I just got to go back to my original material. I got to go to the stuff that works.
True.
I can't risk it.
You're right. He hit all the notes. Fake news,
Right.
Joe Biden. I mean, he's hitting everything.
Yeah, Joe Biden couldn't have signed a guitar. He would.
That came out nice. What a beautiful guitar. Is this so? Did he play this guitar?
No, this is a replica one, but this is a replica of the one that he did play, and the one that had the karate patch on it. Elvis had 2 8th degree black belts in karate. One was in Kenpo, and that's what this
Was
patch
he
is
really
for.
good, or was it just?
Actually, he was really good. He started
Could
practicing.
I have taken him in a fight?
I don't know. You might.
I think he would have been respectful enough to let you in.
Yes, he probably would.
But he and Bruce Lee really brought
Really?
karate.
Yeah.
He would have been. But he and Bruce Lee really brought karate to the West.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's good.
Most famous person on the planet. It's difficult.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the most famous person.
This is a very interesting moment because President Trump says Elvis is the most famous person in the world, and then he realizes something. He goes, "Wait a minute, that should be me."
Famous person on the planet. Let's see. Who else would be more famous than Elvis? Nobody that I can think of. See? Anyway, but this is fun.
And then the very difficult job of walking across the pavement here. He just really just easy.
I think we just got the answer to his question about could he take Elvis in a fight.
Right.
Pretty sure Elvis would kick his ass.
Yeah, Elvis could throw a marble down on the ground and would wipe him out.
Good sweet Christ.
But I don't feel bad for him, but I kind of feel bad for him because he says, I wonder if anybody else will be more famous. And he gets crickets. I mean, he really bottomed out after that Japanese prime minister joke.
Well, it'd be like Louis C.K. coming back right after his whole thing and be like, was there any better stand-up comics than, I don't know, who else would be better than Seinfeld or Kevin Hart?
His staff,
anybody?
his staff just hangs him out to dry.
He's the most famous person on the planet. Let's see. Who else would be more famous than Elvis? Nobody that I can think of. See?
See, as he stares at people to say, that's almost his Jeb Bush please clap moment.
It really is.
Someone say my name. Please. Someone say my name. That Japan joke wasn't that bad, right? Come on. You love me. I'm the Trumpster, buddy.
Look how sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the most famous person on the planet. Let's see. Who else would be more famous than Elvis? Nobody that I can think of. See? Anyway, but this.
See? I stare, hold for someone to say you. Nope. Well, anyway, time to gingerly walk on some pavement after I just asked if I could beat Elvis's ass in a fight.
Yeah, things aren't going so well. I better not fall off of this patio.
As trail as I can be. Not swinging my arms. God bless. He's so weird about
He's broken.
everything.
He's broken.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, he is.
It's the moment we've been waiting for, and he's broken. Finally, we did it. We finally broke the president.
Yeah, it was us. It was just our what the hell.
No, he did it to himself.
Saying.
He did it to himself. Yeah. He just, he doesn't know how to make nice in front of, our ally of 75 years.
Yeah, he flew too close to the sun. He totally Icarus the hell out of himself. And now he's melted his wings. Came crashing back to ground. Speaking of crashing, let me introduce you to this gentleman who had some karaoke raise. Oh, my God. His name is great.
Oh, good.
This guy's name is Aaron Jablonski, who copped to aggravated assault and a gun charge in connection with an incident last year outside a sports bar in Clearwater.
Yeah. Hey, how many Jablonskis does it take to screw in a light bulb in Japan? Huh? How many?
Right. That may be the most famous Jablonski there is. Could you think any more Jablonskis who are famous? Jablonski, who had been free on $40,000 bond, was taken to custody Tuesday after entering his guilty pleas. Scheduled to be sentenced next week on March 31st. He was arrested last year following a 2:30 in the morning disturbance outside the Overtime Sports Bar. He reported that Jablonski became incensed upon learning that the bar's karaoke machine was inoperable. He's like, it's 2:30. I want to sing my way.
Hey, it's Jablonski night.
Exactly. He was upset about the music. The karaoke enthusiast exited the bar, where a friend tried to get Jablonski to calm down, according to an arrest affidavit. Instead of cooling off, Jablonski pulled a Glock from his waistband and pointed it at the man, saying, I don't effing care. That's how much he loves his damn karaoke, Jablonski does.
I've been warming up in the shower all day.
He then proceeded to fire one round into the air.
Yeah, well, that'll get everyone's attention.
Yeah, he's got a rap sheet that includes a 2012 felony conviction for battery. He also has been convicted of DUI, disorderly conduct, theft, resisting an officer with violence, and violating probation. So it was illegal for him to possess said firearm. Jablonski's preferred karaoke song remains a mystery, one that has not been addressed in the months since the court filing. So we don't know what song Jablonski wanted to sing.
I want to know.
We just know. What song do you think it was? Do you think it was like? I'm thinking it was "Don't Stop
Wings." Oh, okay.
I think it was "Don't Stop Believing." He seems like a guy like, hey, I can sing some Journey, bitches. Yeah, this song sucks. Oh, we need some Journey.
All right. Or that. I'm gonna say "Sweet Caroline," and then you say "oh" when I stop. Okay.
When I say so good, you need to yell out so good, because I'm singing it so good, but it's also part of the song that's so good.
Did you ever know that you're my hero?
I was thinking something along those lines. Yeah. Like he seems like a guy. There's got to be some more after. Like just bringing the house down.
Right, and then he like busts out "Animal" my 9 Inch Nails or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Closer. I can see him singing "Heart Alone." How do I get you alone? I'm alone. I'm Jablonski. I don't care. Give me the karaoke. I'll shoot you in the face.
Oh, Jablonski. So is he in jail now? Can he sing "Total Eclipse of the Heart"?
Everybody, he's be sentenced on March 31st. So we don't have to worry about him anymore.
Man, the people who take karaoke seriously, that it's not like hey, karaoke, let's check this out, and it's just a fun, silly thing to do, but no, they have to. I mean, it is. We got to look in the newspaper. We got to find karaoke tonight.
Yeah, because I got to sing, man. All I want to do is sing.
Apparently, there is a. Hang on. Oh my God! Hang on. Is that all coming on the?
No, just I can hear the ring.
I hate tonight's show.
Well, as much as this lady hated being called potato.
That's right. Thank you, Mike. Once again, God, you saved my ass for the third time tonight.
I'm the king of segues, and people watch this show, if nothing else, or listen to the podcast in post, if nothing, for the segues.
Oh, God.
I wish you would have had the ringtone of one of the songs that Jablonski was going to sing, but continue on.
Anyway, we got this guy here, Mick Atkins, director of an engineering company, who I guess repeatedly, he thought he was just horsing around, like you do with your employees. And he kept saying potato to this woman, according to a tribunal for the employment organization there in Ireland. The woman is Irish, and she said he also used some other unfortunate Irish phrases like paddy and things like that, Paddy.
Yeah.
She said she suffered a death by 1,000 cuts. I hear if you rub potatoes on that, though, a judge ruled that the offensive and humiliating phrases overtly linked to race before awarding a claim of $20,000, and the business had to give her 4 weeks' pay, amounting to another $3,000. Mr. Atkins said he wanted to say sorry in public for what he believed was just playful banter. How come Japan didn't warn us about the bomb, huh?
There's an Italian guy called Meatball. I mean, what's the big deal? I got the Irish potato and meatball guy.
What I thought was missing about was clearly not taken that way, and I'm sorry for the distress it caused Bernie. And I thought it was workplace banter. I can see now that I got it badly wrong. All right.
Yeah, $20,000 wrong, man.
Yeah.
Like the first time she says, "Hey Mick, could you stop calling me potato? Mm-hmm. I'd really appreciate it." And he goes, "Sure thing. I'll get right on that. I'm sorry if it's frying you at all. I don't mean to get you all baked, but settle down there." Yeah.
And I don't want to get canceled on YouTube, but there is something funny about a guy named Mick who's calling somebody potato. But I don't know why. I don't know why that's funny.
I don't know why that's funny.
I couldn't
make that connection, but you're right. That would be kind of funny.
I don't know wwhy that's funny, but there's a reason. I've never heard of it before.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, this guy thinks he's trying to be a funny guy when it comes to going out on a night in the town. It's the double tap guy.
And this guy.
The Austin, Texas double tap is starting to spread. All right. Adrian Delaney explains a new in real life dating communication method that may take a cue from mimes. So in his TikTok, he's saying, here's what I want to have happen. All right. I want a nonverbal way to let someone know that you're interested rather than like me having to go up and have some small talk.
Right.
So what his thing is if I see you across the bar and I'm interested, instead of going and sending you a drink or anything, I would just go,
yeah.
You'll know.
Is that what he's doing there in the picture?
Yeah. It's like a salute, like
tap tap,
like double tap.
Okay.
And if I do that and you think I'm hot and you're down, you do it back, and we make it easier. That's what he's hoping will happen. He said to do it right, you hold your hand, right or left, doesn't seem to matter, palm out, then close the ring, pinky, and thumb, basically making a peace sign.
I got you.
Next,
it's a Boy Scout thing, isn't it?
Right? Yeah, Scout's honor that I'm one of the nicest guys you're ever going to meet because I came up with this. Then. Next, you gently tap at your temple twice. They can respond by mirroring it, indicating interest. But if there's no love connection to make, they just reverse the gesture, close it by doing the same thing, but with the backhand of their hand visible. So what he wants to do is if you do this, so you do this, and if they go like that, then that's a no. Could you just not respond? It's too much. Yeah, you maybe had something. It was douchey, but you maybe had something with this. Like you maybe had something.
I can think of another finger to tell somebody that I'm not interested.
Right. That should be the correct one for this dope with his double tap. Recently, he was recognized by a couple who said they watch all his stuff, which shows up on their TikTok For You pages. We thought it was you. He says they said before they started tapping their foreheads, and he was actually excited that someone else was going to do the double tap. And so the reason why it's catching on is clarity. That anecdotally, he suggests that he's getting recognized as a double tap guy in Austin. The technique is not. So everyone's recognizing him, but no one wants to do this.
Okay.
They're like, oh, you're the dope that does this thing. But no
that
one,
horny bastard
no one,
is back again.
Exactly. The double tap guy who wants to double tap that ass.
Okay, there's something about this that I find appealing. I think there's some wisdom in this idiot's plan, because I do like the idea of it's hard. You're out there, you see somebody and you're like, are they interested? Are they single? Are there anything? And it would be nice if there were something, I don't know. I always imagine like a series of lights going from green to red. It's like it's red, but if I look at you and go, I'm kind of interested, but go, something like that. I think that would be. I could see that being helpful in a singles bar situation. And so is it only used for when you're going to Pound Town?
Well,
or is it just I'm interested?
It's just to show interest. It's just to show interest that you're interested.
That's not a very good one.
No, it's not. It's not working for him. Like I said, he went on to say that he's been doing it for a week, and he's waiting for someone to get what it is.
No, because it's a very if you walked in and you didn't see me immediately, and I go, I do one of these, and he's in between the two of us. I just signed up for something I don't want.
He's like, that guy's interested.
That's it. Me too. Right?
He's fine. You're right. He's onto something. It's the taking a step further of reciprocate.
Right.
Or if you're against it, you're doing this weird ass thing. It's just like, no, just don't respond. I understand in this economy, alcohol and going out is a little more expensive. So you don't want to waste a drink per se, but you got to come up with something better.
At some point, you learn sign language.
I think even this would be better. I mean, you look at it and you go, and if they go, right, then you got a match. Or if they go, maybe you send a drink over. If they go, then you're done.
What was it? Pretty in Pink when Molly Ringwald did the, that something like that. Just
exactly.
That works. Yeah.
You know what? Let's be the thumbs up, thumb down guy.
Yeah.
The guy who's. The guy who has been out of the game for how many years?
Huh?
Exactly.
How about you and me? I give you one of these.
Or you want a little bit of this?
Or you want me to choke you?
Exactly.
Your choice.
Or you want whatever this is, we can do this too.
I can do two at a time. What do you think of this?
Oh, look at that. So, there you go. Try the thumbs up method. We'll get double tap. See if the thumbs up, thumbs down method works.
Okay.
You can rub it this way. I can do this, or there's got to be something though.
There's some wisdom here. I don't think he's quite got it.
No.
Well, evidently there are limitations, and this is one of them where you can only offer so much into the gene pool, Mike, before somebody steps in and says enough. Quebec's Superior Court has barred a man and his son from donating sperm.
What? It can't be a father and son.
Go to a baseball game, guys. I mean,
do something. Don't just be like, hey, kid, let's go and make another donation.
They were accused of fathering hundreds of children. The injunction against the two men will remain in effect while the wider case against them proceeds on its merits. They're being sued by a woman who has 3 children using the sperm of one man and a 4th child with a genetic material of the man's son.
No.
She said the 2 men violated the terms of their agreement, which stipulated that one man would stop donating sperm after fathering 25 children and the other would stop after 10. Court documents say one man is linked to 450 children.
Do they rock, paper, scissors to see? I mean, they know obviously this method to start. Do you think they rock, paper, scissors to see who's the one that gets cut off at 25 and who gets cut off at 10?
So one of them has fathered 450, the other one only 160. I bet we know which is which.
Probably, yeah.
Probably not.
Feeling something Dad was doing beforehand. Son, you got to get in the family business.
I think the other way. I think it's like a
really.
I think it's a young guy who just can't control himself. Like,
see, I think it's the opposite. I think Dad's been doing it for a long time and said, "Son, we have a family family business. And here's what that business is. We go in here and we whack it into the dish and we help ladies have kids.
Court documents say the two men never agreed to stop donating sperm, and you can't stop me. But admit fathering more children than the limit to which the plaintiff alleges they are subject. They say it far exceeds the limits recommended by experts and poses risks for those children and their families. And just
going forward.
The neighborhood in general. All live in the same area.
I mean, Quebec isn't the biggest province.
No.
So you can't have 700 kids by two guys.
Right. Yeah. And
years.
Doesn't it get old? I mean, I've never done this, but isn't there a point where you go, all right, I did it for a laugh, and now I'm not going to do it anymore.
And don't you have to fill out form? Like, are they using different names? Are they putting on fake mustaches when they come in? Like, are they doing different shifts? Is this a 24-hour place? You would think that would take more than a few trips to have that many kids to be had by your donation. Or are they going to are there that many in Quebec that I don't know about?
Well, in my mind, they get really horny and they go running through the revolving door there and say, I got to do it now. I got one. We're ready to go. Let's go.
One's in the chamber. Let's do this. Or do you think they got locked out of their Pornhub account, or they forgot their login and they're just like, well, I'm going to have to do it old school style. Just go to the old sperm bank.
Do you know anybody that's done that?
No, I have not. I know people have donated plasma, donated blood, but never sperm.
I think you just sit there. I don't think you have to. I don't think that's an interactive donation.
What do you mean? You have to sign in.
You know what I mean? You don't have to participate to donate blood or plasma. You just sit there.
Right.
You don't donate sperm. You got to do something.
Correct. They don't extract it out of you.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's the part that I don't understand what happens. I mean, I've heard that they give you like a magazine or a movie to watch, which just seems weird.
Right. Now you're telling everyone your kink in a medical setting. You're like, is this one work for you? Do they check on you too? Like knock on the door like a changing room? Like, everything fitting okay? Do you need a different one?
Yeah.
Do you want to change it out?
These are the questions I have. Is there a time limit?
Well, yeah, because then you feel like we got the next guy ready to go. He is really ready to go. Could you hurry up the proceedings?
Right. I mean, if you come out of there in like 3 minutes, the nurses all look at you and go, oh, "Okay, all right, this guy." At the same time, if you're there for 2 hours, they're like, "Dude, you got at some point."
You're all sweaty. You're just the dejected look, like you just made a Japan Pearl Harbor joke on your way out the door.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's more. I've got a lot of questions. So if you'd like to be interviewed on the show, and if you've done this before, please call us on the Monkey line, 707-4-MONKEY. You can call after hours and leave a message.
Yes, please do. Please do. Well, as we get into spring, we have another hurricane season coming up, which means we have the names for the storms.
Yep.
The NOAA announces those and gives us a list. Last year we went through it. It's something we've been doing for a few years now, where we look at that list of names, we go through, and then say which one is going to be very difficult to deal with and which one is not, depending upon the names.
We attach a hurricane level to the name.
Correct.
All right. Oh, so we got the names and how to pronounce them.
Yes, in case we didn't know exactly how to pronounce Arthur to start. I don't think Arthur's going to be anything. How about you?
Arthur? Arthur gets to 2.
Oh, right off the bat, a 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Arthur comes. It's been an unusual year. I mean, we got that crazy heat wave going on in California right now. We're supposed to be getting it here in the Midwest. I don't know what's going on in Florida.
Yep, Florida, we're at 73 right now. We got little storms rolling in right now. But all right, so you're saying Arthur 2. I said nothing.
You said nothing. All right.
Yeah,
I'm making a.
But
I'm gonna keep score.
All right, perfect. I love it.
Okay.
All right, I'm going I'm going 3 for Bertha.
I think we know what's going to happen with Bertha. I think Bertha is going to be a killer.
Yes. You don't know a Bertha that isn't intimidating or big, or there's nobody like, oh man, have you seen Bertha?
Mm-hmm.
You like to make sure Bertha's across the bar, double tap.
Right.
That's for sure.
Right. I think Bertha is trouble.
I'm going to say a 3. What are you saying with Bertha?
Yeah, I'm going with you on 3. I'm going with you on 3.
Okay.
Up
Up next we have. Hey, just to make sure everyone knows when we go back through these with the yellow pad, they'll know it's from this show. So we got Cristobal. I love how they have to put the 2 E's in there. It's Cristobal, not Cristobal.
Right.
Cristobal.
Well, what would you have said if you didn't see that? You would have said Cristobal, right?
Cristobal.
Yeah.
And we've been
Cristobal.
Cristobal. Cristobal. Like a crystal ball. Boy, I don't know. I'm going to say 1, maybe a 1. No,
not a chance. I don't know what it is, and I don't intend this to be anything other than, for some reason, the ones that have a more Latin sound seem to go barreling for the Latin countries, and I think someone's gonna get their ass kicked with a 4 from Cristobal.
Holy crap! So we're going Bertha a 3, right into Cristobal a 4.
It's gonna be a rough year.
Yeah, you're not messing around.
No.
Well, hello, Dolly. I'll say that's a 2.
Dolly. Yeah, no, I think Dolly fizzles.
I'm going to say a 2 because I just want to hear the local news people saying, "Well, hello, Dolly. It's been moved up to a category 2," because they're going to make that joke.
They are, and they've done it. I mean, Dolly. This is not the first time Dolly has been in there, because there was one that they yanked Melissa out of the running, right?
Yeah. Yes, they did.
So Dolly.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Dolly.
So Dolly. I got Dolly at a 0. I don't think Dolly's going to do anything.
I got Dolly at a 2.
She ain't going to do shit.
Edward. Edward, 0 for me. I know it's a different spelling of Edward, but it's still Edward. Edward, pardon me, not Edward. Edward.
Yeah, Edward. It says. Yeah.
I'm still going to say 0.
0?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Nothing. We get nothing from Edward. Edward.
Faye is going to be. Faye's nothing.
Yeah.
Faye is maybe a tropical depression at best. Faye is just going to fizzle.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing exciting about Faye.
Yeah.
To be honest. Yeah.
I'm with you on that one.
But Gonzalo, that's something to maybe mess with. That's going to be at least a 1 for me.
I am going with my dangerous Latin names, and Gonzalo, I'm putting it a 3.
Okay.
Yep.
Hannah, 0 for me.
Hannah?
Yeah.
I agree because they didn't put the H on the end. You said
Correct.
3?
I said 0 for me.
You said 0. Yeah. Hannah. I'm not worried about Hannah.
I'm not either. I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce the next one.
Well, the pronunciation's right there, Mike.
Isaias? What? Isaias.
You were mocking the fact that they had the pronunciations on there, and now look at you.
I would have said Isaiah's, but it's Iazia.
It's Iaias. Isaias. You know what?
Okay.
It better be a 0 because we're not gonna be the only ones who are gonna mess up with this thing.
Correct. I'm gonna put a 5 though.
Isaias.
I'm gonna put a 5. I'm gonna put 5 for Iaias.
No, Isaias.
Isaias.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, that's a 5 for me just because.
Do you are you confident enough to say where it hits? Are we talking North Carolina? Are we talking Mexico?
Ooh, that's a great question.
I want it to be North Carolina because I want everybody to really have trouble with the name and go, you know what, we should have listened in Spanish class.
North Crackalacky.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say it's going to hit. I'm going to say it's going to hit the east coast of Florida.
Okay.
I'm going to say it's going to kind of swing up through some of the islands around there and just kind of flump off the east coast of Florida for
Okay.
Iayas.
Josephine?
0 for me.
0?
I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. No Josephine.
I'm saying Josephine at a 3, and it goes to New Orleans.
Okay. Well, you know what? That's good call on where it's going to hit. That's a good call where it's going to hit. Josephine's going anywhere, going there.
Yeah.
Kyle, that's a nothing.
Yeah.
No offense to the Kyles I know. I love Kyles, but no thanks.
Yeah. Kyle just doesn't have it.
No.
Kyle doesn't have it.
Neither does Leah.
I'm saying, Leah, nothing. Marco?
Nothing.
I don't think so. And I don't.
The next one though, I love. If you could pull up Doc's comment for the next one, I would tend to agree. Na hurricane.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give that a 2. The joke and the hurricane itself.
All right. I'll go with you on a 2 on Nana. Nana? Nana.
Nana.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's your Nana or your Nana, but it's gonna be gonna be a 2. And we got Omar.
Omar to me sounds exotic.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a 1.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Yeah, I'll go with you on that. I don't agree, but I'll go with you on that.
Okay.
Yeah. How's that for being
Paulette.
decisive? Paulette doesn't worry me.
No, that's a 0 for me.
Yeah.
Same with Renee. Renee doesn't do much.
Yeah.
Sally's going to be a 4.
Sally will be a 4. Yep, I am absolutely with you on that. Sally is a 4, and Sally will hit Houston.
Yes.
4,
Sally hits
Houston.
Texas.
That's my...
Yeah. Sally's going to hit Texas. If anything else, that's a one state Sally's going to attack there. Teddy, nothing. Nothing for me on Teddy.
Yeah, Teddy's going to be a real disappointment.
Yeah. Vicky's a little vindictive of a name. I'll give Vicky a 2. And she hits the Carolinas.
Okay. See, I was gonna even say Vicky might be one of those northern, like New England, one of those rare New England that goes into Massachusetts or something.
Yeah, you know what? I changed that. Vicky's a 2 in New York. Vicky seems at home in New York. Vicky's there to see a show.
Okay. All right. I was thinking more like Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts.
I'm saying New York.
But you're saying New York. Okay, fair.
Yeah. Vicky's a 2 in New York. And then as Sally does Dallas. Well done. And there we go. The diabetes.
Comes in with the diabetes joke. Wilfred's not going to do anything. Not possible.
I'll give Wilfred a 1.
Yeah?
It's going to be it. You're going to have to, much like his joke, you're going to have to check your blood sugar with Wilfred. It's not going to be anything major. It'll be able to easily maintain, but it's the right thing to do and the tasty way to do it.
Yeah. All right. I got Wilfred at a 0. I've got all of our, I've got them all scribbled down here. So we'll keep track of that. I'll keep this someplace where I couldn't possibly. I'll put it right back here. You can't see it, but it's right behind. I got this little jar of lemon drops right there. I'll keep it. There
you go. Perfect.
All right.
Awesome. I can't wait for the next person to come into your office and be like, why do you have all these? Are you rating people?
Yes.
That's what we're doing. Exactly.
What going on the side.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to put this headline up, and we're just going to sit with it for a second. We're just going to sit with it. We're just going to look at it. We're not going to judge it. We're not going to do anything other than just sort of sit with it and try to figure out what we got going on here.
Okay. I'm trying to. Okay. Quadruple amputee
who plays cornhole.
Not just plays. A professional level cornholer, also quadruple amputee, who then killed someone
with a gun.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's a lot more to it than I expected.
A professional cornhole player who is also a quadruple amputee fatally shot a passenger in the front seat of a car he was driving during an argument.
So the amputee was driving, or the person that got shot?
Probably. At this point, probably.
I was confused for a second. He is charged with murder for accidentally shooting someone while driving, but was he driving?
Fatally shot a passenger in the front seat of a car he was driving. Yeah, he was driving.
So the quadruple amputee driving down the road happens to be a professional cornhole player with a gun in his hand for some reason, or their hand, whatever it may be, and then murder someone.
That's Dayton James Weber, arrested and charged as a fugitive from justice. They're seeking his extradition from Virginia back to a different county. He's going to be charged with first-degree murder, second-degree murder, and related charges. It wasn't clear Tuesday whether he has an attorney. Weber was profiled in 2023 by ESPN. According to his parents, doctors amputated his arms and legs when he was 10 months old in order to save his life.
Oh, wow.
He went on to become a professional player of cornhole. Why did we give it that name?
Clips?
Why did we give it that name?
I don't know. I always called it bags.
It's always been bags.
Yeah, I first heard it as bags, and then all of a sudden, I don't know who was the genius said, you know what's going to make it really click instead of calling it bags? You need to call it cornhole.
Weber pulled over after the shooting in Maryland and asked two passengers in the back of the car to help pull the victim out.
Oh, Christ.
Because what was he going to do? He fled with the victim still in the car. 2 hours later, a resident in Charlotte Hall, about 10-mile drive, reported a body in a yard. Officers found the victim.
You can't just throw it in a rando yard, be like, your problem now. Never trace it back to me. Obviously, the person was killed in this yard.
The American Cornhole League posted a statement on Facebook saying it's aware of the allegations involving Weber, but said it would not comment on what it called an active legal situation. When did this ever happen in the Cornhole League where they had to say, this is an active investigation and we're just not going to get involved with this? Anyway, tune into ESPN4 while we're all drinking beer and throwing beanbags around.
By the way, if I've learned anything from this is... there is a high propensity, and no offense, between Oscar Pistorius and now this story. There's something going on there. I'm just saying. I'm just pointing out the obvious.
Now you're making me wonder if Dayton James Weber has ever been on. You got to put him on TV. How could that not be a? How could that? Oh yeah, here we go.
It was featured on ESPN. There was a 30 for 30 documentary.
25 years old out of Charlotte Hall, Maryland.
Leave the door open, baby.
A couple out to the right. Can Dayton Weber take advantage here? Back two's going to be...
Holy Christ. All right. This is nothing like I thought it was going to be.
Please, I want to know. What did you think?
I thought they had prosthetics. I thought there was going to be prosthetic legs and arms.
You got nothing.
They were going to be... Now they were driving? Now I have even more questions about how they were driving and had the gun.
Shot a gun. But he didn't seem to have the wherewithal to pull somebody out of a car. Somebody else had to drag the dead body.
He's up 4 points in the round after 2 bags from each.
You got this. It's all right.
It's going to set up a field goal for him. He's got a lot of room to work with. Just work right down the middle of those bags.
Is he crossing the line?
I think there's a special dispensation there.
The other guy can't.
Zero. Market zero. What are you, Walter from Big Lebowski? Market zero, dude. He's over the line.
He crossed the line twice, and he's an alleged murderer.
Well, he crossed the line with murder. I'm okay with him crossing the line here.
I don't think that's.
He's better at bags than I've ever been in my entire life.
Yeah, it's very true. See, but
I have all my limbs.
Watch, she's gonna over the line again. See, I don't know. I'm not sure I'm okay with that.
You're a dick.
What? Me? What? Look at him all
I mean,
cocky.
he's a murderer. He is a murderer. There is that part of it, or alleged murderer anyway.
Yeah.
So there's that. Wow. Can't have anything nice in this world anymore, can we? A feel-good story like that ends up shooting someone on accident and just throwing him in someone's yard.
Well, the official what is it? The American Cornhole League? What's the name of the organization?
They have no comment.
The American Cornhole League has no comment. We will keep you on top of this as long as we possibly can. We'll stay on all night if we have to with live coverage.
Yes, we will cut in with just that, and I want them to use that footage for anything.
Over the line.
Yeah, over the line, man. Alleged murderer Dayton Weber seen here playing cornhole.
And he's a big fat cheater.
That's right, over the line. Why wouldn't we think he would murder someone? Speaking of death, we have a wonderful list coming up next.
All right.
Yeah. What are the world's deadliest animals? Wasn't it a show on Fox back in the day?
It was,
Welcome into World's Deadliest Animals. And this list it wasn't what I was expecting it to be. To be honest with
what were you expecting?
I was expecting more than like the first few really kind of threw me for a loop. Like,
okay, you know what? Doc came in with it. There is a delay on the stream, and so I mean he did come in with a good. That's a good joke. Doc, you reeled it back in. Good for you, man.
Good for you. I'm glad you got that material that works for a very specific audience.
All right, back to this.
Yes. So quickly, the first one, it's one of those things of like, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. Mosquitoes make sense. Snakes. Okay. I was cool with snakes, but you're looking, the kissing bug was the one that threw me for a loop. The snails and the kissing bugs, like what's going on with those things there?
Mm-hmm. Freshwater snails? Really? Kill 14,000 people?
Is because they're trying to eat them like escargot? Like, are they poisonous?
Maybe.
I mean,
maybe.
Yeah.
They surely can't catch you.
No, they can't. So that was the thing that kind of bugged me. It's like sandflies, kissing bugs, and mosquitoes there in the top 6. So I was like, oh, come on. And then roundworms, it's like, geez, and tapeworms in there too. And tsetse flies, I was like, come on.
Yeah, you skipped over dog. Dogs kill 40,000 people a year.
Right. Dogs and snakes are the best ones so far. The rest of these are just like, be more clean or put on bug repellent.
Yeah.
You weirdos. It's not till we get down to elephants killing 1,000 people where I go, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now we're getting somewhere. Jesus.
Yeah, don't mess around with an elephant.
And then there's Maud. So we got elephants at 1,000, bees, wasps, and hornets at 500. I thought they would be higher in the list, by the way, to be honest with you.
I would think so too, with all the people that have allergies and can.
Yeah, exactly. And then we're looking at big cats. Okay.
Big cats.
Yeah. You know, the lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, bears are lower on the list. Then you got your crocodiles. Jellyfish surprised me that jellyfish kill more people than hippopotamus do.
Yeah, that surprised me too.
I was kind of thrown for a loop there. Spiders, 50. Spiders killing more people than bears is also interesting to me. And then the fact that sharks only get 6.
Yeah.
We get all in a tizzy when a shark shows up off the coast of a beach. We got to shut it all down, but no one gives a shit when a tsetse fly shows up at your goddamn picnic.
Yeah, exactly. And look,
you bastards.
I would say 9 out of 10 on of all of those, mosquitoes, dogs, spiders, they all happen in Australia.
Yeah, well, everything in Australia is trying to kill you. I would agree. But I was a little disappointed. Like I said, it didn't really get good and juicy to me. Like snakes, okay, I would like that. Mosquitoes, I kind of understand. But the snails and the tsetse fly and the kissing bugs and the roundworm and the tapeworm and everything else, I guess I passed over scorpion. They sneak up on you. Those have to be like out in the wet where you just like put your shoes on and they right in your feet.
Yeah. It is usually spring, summertime when I go down to Texas. I will encounter a scorpion, and I hate it.
Yeah, I don't blame
kill you. They kill you?
Yeah. Some of them can.
Well,
The big suckers, and if you don't have access to the anti-venom, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah. Gotta put my shoes like way up on a shelf or something so I don't crawl in there at night. It's awful. Terrible.
Right.
Stupid
You
state.
don't want that. You know what wasn't on the list that shocked me? A bat. You know, if a bat bites you or flies in your face or whatever, then not even a bat didn't even get to 5.
No, bats are harmless.
No,
Bats
good
are
on them.
harmless. All right.
Yeah,
So there
we
you
need
go.
them to eat the bugs that kill us.
That's what you should be afraid of, but most of you, it doesn't matter because you're not in Australia.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
It's time for This Week in Slow-Mo.
Hey!
Where we take a video where a lot of chaos happens in a short amount of time and we slow it down and pick it apart so that we can see exactly what's going on. And can you see what's going on here, Mike? We got some people just standing there on a ledge, on a cliff.
Yeah, a small little ledge there over a body of water.
Yep.
That seems safe.
All right. Well, let's watch the video and see what the hell happens here.
Get alive, get alive!
What did they think was going to happen?
I don't know.
When they're all working in unison, it looked like to dislodge that piece of land.
Yeah.
What would they think was going to happen?
Now, most of them did get off before it tumbled in. All but 2.
Truth.
And then they ended up going in anyway because they thought their friend was dead.
Which is good on them.
Yeah.
Good on them to help out. But I don't know what they were trying to accomplish in the first place. Ooh.
That's the part that's scary.
When the big old rock falls on him?
Yeah, it just
or
rolls
the big old
right
piece of
over his
land?
head.
Yeah, exactly. One guy bailed just onto the side of the cliff. The other poor bastard fell into the water, then had that big old chunk of land fall on him.
Yeah. See, those 4 guys there on the right, they got off easy. They knew what was going on.
They knew this was a terrible idea to begin with.
Yeah.
They weren't fully invested.
I like Helicopter Man there, who's saving himself right in dead front. He does
So it was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
You know. Down he goes.
Right here. Ooh. He's lucky he went in all the way in the drink.
Yeah.
I think it would have been worse had he not gone all the way into the water. I think that dissipated what was the fall, the impact on him.
Maybe. I think the thing that he wasn't expecting was I think he thought he was going to go in the water, but as you can see, he lands on something solid and then slips there and then under.
And then they're right there.
And here come his buddies.
Does Helicopter Man? I don't think Helicopter Man goes down there to help.
I don't know. Let's watch.
Because there's...
Okay, so we're zooming in here on the victim. You'll notice he's got like a cowlick. He's got his hair up in the air.
Okay.
Right there. There's a bit of surrender.
Yep. Son of a bitch. That was so cool.
Yeah, he hit something solid, and that's what kind of flipped him upside down.
Right. And then he's lucky he went in the drink. Otherwise, he would have been hit by that big old piece of dirt.
Yeah.
Is this like the Myanmar Brady Bunch episode where he has like the talisman that goes wrong around his neck?
Exactly.
It looked like they got like a puka shell necklace going on.
The other person who goes into the water pulls off a pretty interesting Spider-Man move, and you don't catch it till quite at the end there, but just watch how he somehow latches himself to the side of the wall there. this guy here.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he does.
And only lets go when he realizes his buddy's in trouble.
Yeah, that was impressive. That's some grip strength.
Wasn't
that's
that
like
neat?
That's like free solo type stuff.
Yeah, it really is. Oops. Yeah, so he goes down and he grabbed like a root or a piece of it is like free solo.
Yeah, it's either Spider-Man, free solo, or Gollum. One of the three. He just kind of.
Let's turn on the anguish cam.
My favorite part of TWIS-MO.
See where things go horribly awry for everybody.
Get alive!
Let's at least give some anguish to this plot of land that's cracking.
Poor bastard. All it's trying to do is exist.
He was just sitting there.
You rocking and rolling.
What are you doing on that thing?
Bastards.
Yeah. So these four guys, they jump off. They know they're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's trouble.
Yeah. Right. Oh, that is the most anguish. Because you don't know what's about to happen right there.
You know, and in the position he is, he doesn't realize what's coming.
No, he's ass over elbows.
Yeah.
He's the most vulnerable he's ever been.
And so, again, he does pop up, so he's fine. So you can watch, as we watch the rest of this, you'll see him appear. He got pushed further than you realize, though. There he is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They were way off where they thought he went.
Yeah.
He went underneath all that stuff. They thought he was going to go out into the sea more. He just went straight underneath.
Yeah, because the last time they saw him, you know, he was there, right at the edge.
Yeah.
And the next time they see him...
That's a while for him to be under, too, though. Had to be scary stuff. So, kids, let that be a lesson. If you're on a small cliff and you see a crack in it, leave it alone.
Yes. And it's hard to resist. I mean, when you see it like that, you go, all right, I bet we can take this thing down. They're just like, da-da-da. We can hop off. We can hop off. We're Jason Bourne.
We got this. Whoa. Spider-Man, not Spider-Man. And it's almost dead.
Our poet laureate swings in with a final poem for today. He says, "This cliff is steep and the soil is weak. Let's rock this joint. I will, you won't, and hope it's not too deep."
Yes.
I appreciate that.
We do. We do. We learned a lot today, kids. We learned a lot.
Yeah. Be nice to your Japanese guests.
Right. Make sure you do that.
We've been friends for a long time.
No more than 25 donations to the sperm bank.
Yeah.
That's the no need to pull a gun on a karaoke machine that's busted.
Yeah.
And try the thumbs up or thumbs down at the bar.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? If you find yourself out back of the bar in the beer garden and there's a quadruple amputee playing cornhole.
Yeah, no.
Go back in.
Don't take a... Yeah. No, this...
I don't want anything to do with any of this.
I mean, maybe you could play around a cornhole, but do not let them drive you home.
All right. Have a wonderful week. Watch for these funny little clips when they show up on YouTube. Like, subscribe, tell your friends.
Share.
What else do we have? You share? Yeah. Or bell? There's a bell, isn't there? Is there still a bell?
Ring the notification bell. Yeah, ring the bell, and you'll know when we're going live.
Yeah, and like that. So we'll see you again next Tuesday at 6 o'clock Eastern and 5 o'clock.
Bye.